one major had 9 characters instead of 8.
Yeah.
And then this is the first major, the 5th one, finally,
where we had a duplicate.
Where we have a duplicate. So it took a while, but eventually it happens.
Man, I'm super excited to see these guys play. You know, Julian is known more for his Eddie play in Guilty Gear. You know, he played Pasar a lot as well. But recently he's been playing BlazBlue a lot more, and it's been showing in his play. Meanwhile, Matt Coma kind of out of the dark.
He left Guilty Gear a while back. He used to be an Eno player.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So and he just started playing BlazBlue. He let me know that, like, you know, I can only really focus on one game, and I wanted it to be BlazBlue.
Well, he's been doing stellar in the tournament. He took out a couple of big names, including yourself.
Yes, I did fall to Matt Coma, unfortunately. But yeah, so can you go ahead and give me some insight on how Relius deals with 9? Because, you know, I know he has the ability to run stop and everything, so the normals are not as much of an issue, but she still controls space so well.
She does. And, you know, one unfortunate side effect of Ignis is that 9 is going to be able to get her spells on hitting Ignis. So it's going to be tough for him to control neutral without giving her an opportunity to stock up her spells.
Yeah. And so there it is. You saw one really large reaching normal jump B right there to control the space, and there it is again.
Jump 2A to clip the Ignis.
Oh, so on the backside. Very smart from Coma, and he immediately activates the spell that's a countdown. So once that countdown finishes, what's going to happen is there's going to be a pillar of a lot of fire, and unless he's barrier blocking, it's going to hit him, which he did.
Okay, he managed to get out of it before a combo.
Starting the offense.
Played that neutral really good starting off. So if he can just kind of keep that pacing, I think he's going to be really dominant throughout the match.
Yeah, his game plan so far is to just take out the doll and make sure that BeautifulDude does not have that available to him.
Ooh, counter hit Amethyst. He should be able to combo into the time. Oh, doesn't quite get the 3C.
Yeah, he was just a little too far for the sweep there, but the time is going to go off, and he's attacking already. Ooh, that's full damage. This could possibly be death. No.
9, luckily, doesn't do quite that much damage. Oh, reversal here.
Yeah, very smart. BeautifulDude using his invincible reversal, and you'll notice he has active flow, meaning his burst is coming back a lot faster.
You can literally see it count down.
Yeah, Matt Coma just got it.
Another with 2C. It may be Julian's trademark, but so far it doesn't seem to be getting a lot of mileage.
Yeah, it's his favorite move in the game, so when he thinks he can use it, he will.
Now, one of the side effects of hitting Nirvana in neutral, or sorry, Ignis in neutral, is that BeautifulDude is going to have a lot less meter to work with on offense when he does secure the hit. Yeah. So de facto, it reduces the strength of his pressure.
Yes. But not having the doll is essentially cutting in half the character that is Relius, because that is all of his pressure, and that's even a large amount of his combos.
Ooh, the 2C bait.
The pressure, yeah, he immediately bursts out because 9 gets the pressure situation there afterwards, and it's a little nasty. Oh, the anti-air on the other side of the screen from Ignis. Okay, nice blocking from Coma, and immediately jumps out. He doesn't want to deal with it anymore. He resets it back to neutral, turns on the super we saw earlier. Nice block on the overhead.
Ooh, this is once again going to combo into the time clock, though.
That's a big boy damage.
Julian waking up with no burst. He does have meter for super, though.
The rock? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, that rock right there is not only an overhead, but is also plus 22 on block. So it is still 9's turn.
And it seems kind of odd because it seems so hard to escape as well. Oh, wow, Julian beating out the EA there.
Yeah, jumping to the other side, but he no longer has Ignis. He has more than enough meter, though, to dead angle out of there.
But see, even if he was to hit Coma in this situation, he couldn't really convert into a kill combo.
Yep. Notice how she just fell to the ground just fine. Oh, possibly trying to 2C there, but
the
maybe
really early jump A
to
caught the extended hitbox. That was really, I don't think Matt Coma could have played that better.
Yeah,
honestly,
Matt Coma, he just stayed back. He kept his composure. He didn't let BeautifulDude get a chance to do anything, and he kept attacking the doll to make sure that there wasn't enough meter for BeautifulDude to do anything.
The doll characters, in my experience, you know, they kind of suffer against big normals just because, you know, they're chunky, and it's really hard to get the doll to weave through them. So you end up losing a lot of your doll meter, and it's just, it's punishing.
And Matt Coma knew exactly that and went for exactly that. And I really like the way he's playing today. I like the way he's been playing this weekend. The only person to take him down was Spark. So, I mean, you know, he's still strong.
I also like how expressive he is when he plays. You know, when he wins, he's like, yeah, I won. When he loses, he's like, ah, shoot.
Yeah, but BeautifulDude, a player who things get to his head fairly easily. He's very emotional, and the losses can get to him. So I wonder if he can keep his composure for this match.
He is an experienced tournament veteran, so I think at this point he must have some kind of measure of composure in him.
That's right. Yeah. So once again, right there, the 3C was too far to be able to connect, so he didn't get the proper knockdown. But he is going to get this fairy. So the fairy's going to attack in a staggered manner. Oh, nice. Not dealing with the overhead, instead just using the invincibility on the overdrive activation, plus going immediately to the invincible super. Not only did that allow him to get the pressure off, but it also got him this active flow. He gets the 2C. This is really good. Now he's going to get that doll meter back. You saw it immediately went to full.
His ability to, oh my lord!
The command throw! You know Julian loves his dead man hand and Guilty Gear, and that's the same thing here.
Oh, into Rhapsody of Memories. This is going to be really tough for Coma, yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those situations where you can't use your counter assault. Bursting is not really a thing. You just kind of have to hold it.
She doesn't even have the option of really DPing and RCing without a spell either.
Yes. And that's one of the things about 9 is she doesn't have a defensive option available to her unless she already has a spell stocked. And you can check that by looking at the bottom of her meter there.
Julian looking a little more on point here. He's definitely exerting himself more in neutral. Unfortunately, it does cost him Ignis.
Yeah.
Kind of coming out of this. He does have burst coming up though, so.
Yeah, that is going to look good for him. And that active flow did matter. But yeah, the Kunzai. Gonna get the knockdown here. Ignis is back.
Coma making really good use of the fairy to secure a corner position.
Good blocks! Oh my goodness, just barely getting that button out before getting command throw, but the air throw from BeautifulDude. This allows him to get offensive pressure again. Oh, but the Dragon Punch.
I like how he RC'd that upon hitting because he kept himself safe from Ignis punishing the recovery.
Yes, yeah. And normally a 9 would RC just to get a full combo off of the Dragon Punch, but yeah, Ignis was the threat there. So yeah, just going to stay back. I like, yeah, Matt Coma is just very patient. He's like, these are the situations where I am much stronger than you are going to be. So I'm going to sit here in this part of the screen and get snagged by the overhead, but immediately bursting.
Didn't want to do with any of it. Now, Jump A for Matt Coma has really been his calling card throughout the whole tournament, and he's found wonderful ways to apply it in neutral. I really wonder if Julian has many options for fighting in the air.
Yeah, it might be just one of those things where you kind of have to hold that. You can't really try to fight it. Okay, gonna OD through it, but that's fine because he's half screen away.
Yeah.
Rapid, but he's still got a block. Okay, stocks the overhead.
I really like how he spell changed there to continue the pressure. Oh no.
Yes. The stock change was really good because also now he does have the overhead in case he does make it out. And wow, beautiful from BeautifulDude. I swear that wasn't intentional.
He does seem to be going for the command grab quite a bit, and I did notice something. It seems to cost a lot of the Ignis meter.
Yeah, it costs a lot more than regular attacks. And, you know, he's not going to have his burst anytime soon, so he's not going to be able to overdrive to get it out of there. Spell change is available.
With overdrive on deck, I'm pretty sure Matt Coma can convert this into a kill. He's going to be at 50 meter coming up off his 3C Kunzite.
Couldn't get into overdrive in time. So he's just got to be forced to block here. And oh, the summon put him in recovery, and BeautifulDude's going to go down to Coma.
Our first losers match, BeautifulDude is eliminated, tying for 7th place.
Yes.
Well played by Matt Coma. We will be,
we'll be seeing